Hello. Hi, guys. How have you all been? I'm feeling better. I mentioned yesterday on the Tubcast that, even sleeping or resting has not been really getting me back up to 100%. It feels like I've been burning the candle at both ends. So, and then some people in the chat or in the comments of that Tubcast said something like, you might just be overworked, or you might have sleep apnea, you might be too fat, all of the above. Um, so after barotrauma last night, which ended at about 11:20, I just went to bed and I just slept. And I decided not to get up and push myself to do a crazy amount of work. I just turned off all the alarms and slept. And I slept for 12 hours. I woke up at 11, maybe 11:30. So I guess I needed the sleep. Oh, I feel fully rested now. It's kind of nice. I've probably just been pushing myself too hard in a lot of ways. But it's not like I've been doing nothing. Um, I am pleased to announce that the next, okay, I know it's been 6 months between the Gramsci video and the three forms of fascism, but I want to do a big, well-researched video like that, once a month. All right? And I've decided the next one will be, is fascism actually capitalism in decay? Because you hear that from lefties a lot. And I am pleased to announce that the script is pretty much done. So, have to record, edit, sound edit, give it a couple watches before I put it up. But that's going to be the next big one. Coffee's good, guys. Oh, Zokai, you're sick. I'm sorry, dude. Hope it works out for you, man. So, it's going to be great. The short answer... Okay, hold on. The short answer is mostly no. Mostly no. As always, the answer's somewhere in the middle, but the socialists are more wrong than they are right. The trans ideology video is a future video. That'll be another one of those big, well-researched ones like these. Do a video with you killing someone with a rock? Why? What the fuck? But you know what? Got the coffee going. I'm feeling better. Probably, you know what? It's currently 2:07, and I want to be done this sip today by... I'm actually fat, yes. By 3:30, maybe 3:20, because then I'm going to go for a walk with my girlfriend. There's a forest that's near the house, and we walk in it now that it's no longer a fucking snowy wasteland out there. Did you hear about Will Smith's accusations that he sexually assaulted his son? No, I didn't. That's news to me. Yeah. Huh. Didn't know about that. Will Smith sexually assaulted his son. Hold on, let me look this up. Also, a U.S. actor claims Will Smith sexually assaulted him as a child. You said that Michael Jackson planned it. Okay, dude. I mean, maybe, but fuck. In any case, though. Hi, everyone. Thanks for all you guys showing up, coming in, even though it's a little bit late. So, I also have good ideas for the next shorter videos. Those will all be set up. I'll probably do the Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light 10-minute take controversy. It's not much of a story. I think people are being retarded about it. Yeah, it's annoying that you're going to see more of Dylan Mulvaney, but like he's no more or less objectionable than your average other trans person. I guess she now. Just they went viral, It's not like it's someone who's completely like morally reprehensible, like a child abuser, like a or like someone like Jessica Yaniv, who was like, "You must wax my balls, bigot." You know, there's Dylan Mulvaney's only crime is that they're annoying on TikTok, which, to be fair, is actually not that bad. So, oh yeah, you know what? I keep forgetting about the Minecraft server. There's fucking, oh god, I wanted to bring it back up for like 3 months. I wanted to do the TF2 server for like 3 months. Fuck, I need help. I need someone to like help me with it or like do something. Like I don't have enough time in the day to do everything that I want to do, Can we go back to hot real women like in the 90s? Soup Visual, I saw that thread too. I'm doing a video on that one too. That's also on the short list. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do my I usually have a moment where I kind of plan out the videos for the week. Most of the time I don't have time to do the videos, but I'll plan them out right now, all right? Dylan is on the list. We're doing more TikTok Tuesdays, boys. That's on the list. Here's one that I don't want to say the name of. It's on the list. And yeah, that's right. The girls in the 90s thread that went viral. I have something big to say about that. That's on the list. There's 4 videos this week already. My goal is to do videos Monday through Friday and then Tubcast Saturday and Weekly Sip Sunday. So I just need one more video to fill out the week, and I've already got my week planned out. I just got to write them. And writing them will be easy. I'm feeling hyper. You know what? Now that I got like an actual fucking full night's sleep, I'm feeling like hyper inspired and like good to go. I appreciate the understanding, Zach Clausen, for the Minecraft server, but like, I've been taking my time on this for literally years, if collectively. No, I need to kick myself in gear to do it. Okay. Hey, here's something that I've noticed. I'm not gonna play the sound of it, but here, I'll just bring in the thingy real quick. Like, does Ricky have a girlfriend now? Oh, he just has like a bunch of crippled friends? Because she's in a wheelchair too. I think she's like paralyzed from the waist down. Dude, if Ricky's got a girlfriend, there's hope for anyone, dude. Because she's actually kind of a cutie. You just stay with her a lot. Yeah, man. What happened to the Amazon link? I bought a butt plug for you to read out. It didn't fit. There is an Amazon link. I just haven't looked at the. No one used my Amazon affiliate link for years, so I stopped reading out the people who bought stuff from it. Okay. Like that was the thing that I used to do is like I have an Amazon affiliate link, so if you want anything you buy from Amazon, I get a little bit of money from it, right? So I would occasionally go and see all the weird things people bought, but then people stopped using it, so I stopped doing that segment. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see anything on my Amazon commissions. Well, that's only for today. Okay, here. Can I do like the last? Hold on. I'll do like the last 2 years and see if anyone's used it. Go. Oh, it didn't work. Why didn't? Come on, Amazon, fucking figure it out. Come on. Okay. Okay, April. I can only go back 2 years. All right, 2021. Oh, I can only go back 90 days now. Oh, you know what? Fuck Amazon, dude. Why is their shit so hard to use? God damn. Oh, no, there was one purchase. What was purchased here? Show me the purchase. Oh, someone bought a hard drive. That's cool. Dude, I don't have any idea how this works. Hold on. How do I see what was bought with my Amazon affiliate link? How do I find out what product links visitors clicked? The orders report contains... Okay. Dude. Come on. Okay, that's payment history. Oh. I actually have a fair amount of money in here I haven't claimed. People actually use this link? Jesus, I didn't know. Okay. I guess keep using it, guys. I appreciate it. But how do I see what everyone bought? Uh, um... How do I know if the link perks? It just brings you to the front page. Does it stick after I search for something? It should, yeah. Like after you've clicked on my link, it should be basically active till you close your browser. I'm not rich now. I am not rich now, dude. Okay. Okay, hold on. How to use reports. The order report combines link and order information. In the top order, the order section, you can see, okay. Dude, this shit is so, like... It's so convoluted. But I can't... Okay, fine. Earnings. I can only get hold of the earnings. It's not showing me anything else. Amazon, you have $1 billion fucking dollars. Can you make your site work? Jesus. Okay, hold on. Let's say this year. What was purchased this year? Someone bought Dickies men's loose fit double knee work pants. Someone got a Seagate hard drive. An Icy Dock hard drive. It's another hard drive thing. Wait. Someone bought an ear ulcer bulb syringe and nasal aspirator. Well, I hope your ear ulcer's figured out, dude. Well, someone bought a Logitech G PowerPlay wireless charging system. Oh yeah, that's like one of those mouse pads that charges your mouse. Hey, that's cool. Oh, someone got dishwasher detergent. Make sure you don't eat the Tide Pods. Degrees of comfort, weighted blanket, queen size for adults. Okay, cool. Nintendo Switch Online family membership. Nice. Anything like really interesting in here? More blankets. Logitech. Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth starter kit. That's neat too. Here, let's see last month's. Or sorry, last year's. Okay, what do we got? Dungeons and Dragons starter kit. Hold on. Okay, okay. Nothing crazy yet. Here, hold on. I'm going to sort. I'm going to try to sort. I don't see the butt plug. Sorry. I know you wanted me to react to the fact that you claim you bought a butt plug with my link, but I don't see it here. Oh well. Lots of people buying Magic the Gathering stuff, though. Okay. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks. Yeah, so I have an Amazon. Unless it was the Amazon Canadian one. Oh, it might be that. I'll go check that one out. Hold on. I have Amazon affiliate links. So if you click on the Amazon link in my in the description of videos, you can then go and buy things on Amazon and I get a commission. I get a cut. And I had a segment a couple of years ago where I would read off everyone's weird purchases because they would always buy weird stuff. But people stopped using it, so I stopped reading them off. You know what I mean? Oh my god, the Amazon Canadian site's actually broken. I can't even fucking get into it. Apply, you piece of shit. Work. Fuck. Alright. I broke up with my GF more than 2 weeks ago and she won't stop texting me about how much she still cares about me. R.I.P. So I guess you know what I'll need to do? Someone should buy a Danny DeVito blow-up doll with the affiliate link and then mail it to Dev. I'll have to be a bit more serious with this link. Maybe if there's actually real money coming in with it now, maybe I'll shill a little bit more. But thanks, the guys. Thanks for everything. Speaking of thanks, here's the super chats. $10 from adherent to Lady Columbia. One of the reasons I super chat so much is because I know Twitter will spawn a thread to one of my ideas by chance, and you'll respond with a video. Remember my chat about 90s chick and girls next door memes? Yep. I saw that thread. I'm doing it. €2 from Tanushi, 1% Crips MC. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, so there were yesterday super chats that I didn't finish. I didn't have time. Want me to read them right now, real quick? We got them mostly done, but yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll do that before we start. I'll do that. Okay. Let's do it. All right. $2 from Artemis Fowl. Dev, read your DMs. No. Real Holtzner, $5. Dev, I would love it if you would cover literally any other topic than trans or drama. Just putting it out there. Don't forget, you're here forever. Artemis Fowl, $10. Sometimes the goals are good. Dev, how can you define what is good? What if the pedos think diddling kids is good? How are you supposed to objectively claim they're wrong? Oh god, I was having the fucking argument with Artemis even on yesterday's stream, like on Arch's channel. I was arguing with him. It was just like objective morality doesn't exist, so you can claim anything is moral based on the standards of your society, but it's all based on how you feel in the end. Holton at $5. If being yourself is being annoying and stupid and lazy, you should be better. It's character traits too, not just identities or behaviors. That's right. So there's like, I saw Milo versus Destiny, and Milo was like 95% fucking unhinged during that talk. But 5% of it, he was actually pretty truthful. And the 5% that was truthful, one of the things was that you are not your beliefs, you are your actions, Holding the right opinions doesn't matter if you don't do anything. And I think that's true. And so you see people say, just be yourself. Well, what if yourself sucks? Maybe you should strive to be better, Marksman, $2. Queer is still a slur and yet also normal. So confused. Yeah, queer is one of those slurs that you can only if you're part of the right group can you use it. $5. Danny K. I hate how the right talks about trans stuff so much it makes me feel politically homeless, even when putting effort into integrating normally as MTFs. Yeah, there's actually a lot of like non-insane MTFs out there who are going to get crossfired hard as the pendulum swings back, and it's not going to be a good time. I'm not here for it. Rocky Roads, $5. The Nashville incident really put trans people in a spotlight. Not the shooting itself, but rather the really bad takes on it. Yeah, I know I covered it on the Tubcast, but I might do a video on it anyway. Maybe when the manifesto comes out, I'll do a full video on it because I want to talk about it some more. Holzner, $5. I wouldn't have heard of Dylan except for the Bud Light thing. Yeah, so Dylan has like a long history because Dylan did a series of one TikTok a day from the beginning of their transition to the 1 year mark of their transition, a video a day, just to show off like the entire process, which is I think what made them go viral first. Mr. Bruh, 5 pounds. Sorry, is that 5 pounds? Please explain how UKIP is far right. Hold on. It really depends what you mean by far right. Like, in today's political climate, wanting no immigration at all is considered a very far right position, but historically that's not really all that radical. That's pretty normal. You could say like the true far right position is exterminating immigrants, not exporting them. James McDonald, $10. If you argue that our laws against CP are correct, you have no argument against New Zealand's ban on the Christchurch incident, and you should shut down your channel for sharing snuff films. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Marksman, $5. Did you hear about the simp who gave $100K to a thought? Professing his love, and she turns around and says, "Hey, babe, we made $100K. LMAO, RIP simp." Yeah, RIP simps, guys. RIP simps. I appreciate when you guys simp for me, but I'm probably never going to have sex with you. I might, but probably not. That's it. That's all the super chats. Yeah, we basically got to the end of them, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, guys. Now that I've just read all the super chats, it's time for me to shill for more super chats. Here is the Devo SFO P.O. box. Mail me your stuff and I'll open it on stream. We've had some fun package opening streams before, so just send me some more junk and we'll look at it together. As always, you can join the D Club in Discord using any one of the following methods. $5 recurring, through Patreon, Subscribestar, YouTube memberships, or the Twitch sub button. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free sub, so you might as well send it my way. Dragonfat out here saying, Dev, don't threaten your viewers. Listen, I've seen you naked. Do not challenge me, woman. The Animus for $2. I'll send for you, Dev. Oh, thank you. I have not yet received Sammy G's package, no. Coffee, good. Okay. I'm going to do a video on it here in Toledo, Columbia. Don't worry about it. What do we do? Hold on. Where's my fucking... Where? Okay. Let's go. Check this out, guys. It's neat to visually see the current thing. Dude, it is. 2022 search trends. COVID, Hunga Tonga, I don't even know what that was. NFTs, the Olympics, Wordle, Ukraine war, Will Smith, Twitter takeover, Johnny Depp, Roe v. Wade. There's like the possible leak and then the actual happening. James Webb, Queen Elizabeth, Iran protests, Hurricane Ian, midterms, tech layoffs, FTX, World Cup, ChatGPT, nuclear fusion. It actually really is cool to see this, like to see just the wave of topics, 2022 and search trends, like that's neat. Here's 2021's. Let's see. Capital, Trump, Biden, GME, vaccine was just all year. Suez, DMX, IPL, Israel, Euro 2021, Copa America, Delta variant, Olympics, Afghanistan, Hurricane Ida, Squid Game, Meta, T20 World Cup, Omicron variant, and Log4j. Yeah, man, it's neat to see that. That's cool, man. I don't know what some of these things are, but I know what some other ones, yeah. Oh, shit. Hold on. I made that joke about Dragon Fat, and then she left. Oh, no. Dragon Fat, listen, you're always going to be one of my best friends. Don't be mad. Nighttime Lime for $5.50. Battled my demons and lost. Hello, Coffee Crisp Creamer. That shit's good, dude. Tennyson, $2. If I pay money to call you fat, is it simping? Yes. Yes. Oh, Hunga Tonga was an island volcano that exploded this past year. It left 2 small islands. Really? I don't remember that at all. Okay. Pizza delivered to the wrong Detroit house leads to a shootout that injured 5, including 2 teens. Why would you have a shootout over pizza? Sources say a pizza was ordered to a home on Penrod near Schoolcraft in the Southfield Freeway. However, that pizza was delivered to the wrong house, and the people who got the errant delivery ate the food. When the people who ordered the pizza confronted the neighbors who ate the pizza, yelling turned into gunfire. As many as 30 rounds were fired during the fight. And 5 people, including 2 14-year-old boys, were shot. One of the teens was shot in the abdomen while the other was struck in the face. A 31-year-old man was shot in the face, neck, and leg. A 32-year-old man was shot in the leg. And an 18-year-old man was hit in the hand. All victims are stable. Topics are serious business. Yeah, dude. We had parents showing up in tears not knowing if the child was safe. The community needs to understand this isn't normal. We shouldn't get used to hearing a 14-year-old is dead, a 14-year-old got killed, a 14-year-old got shot. 10 people were taken into custody, including several teens. Wow. Is it like actually a video of an event, or is this just the... This is just the report. Okay, there's no video. But damn, dude. Gunfire over a fucking pizza. It's so ridiculous. Fuck. Listen, guys. You know what's going on here? There's pineapple on that pizza. $10 from Spencer. Thank you, man. Much I disagree with you, Dev. I'll miss listening to you regularly over the coming months. I'll send you something from the Persian Gulf if I remember to. You going to the Persian Gulf? Have fun over there, man. But thank you for all the support. Oh yeah, the Indiana Jones movie. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny director has called the leakers trolling assholes and claims that the rumors that Indiana Jones will be replaced are not true. I don't know if you saw, but there was a recent thing about the next Indiana Jones movie where it was going full anti-capitalist, and that it was going to be one of those things where, you know, the new lady takes center stage over the old veteran. You know, like, you know, Kenobi did something like that. That just seems to be what's going on in a lot of these shows. Is they are vehicles to promote some young up and comer's career. A lot of these shows or a lot of these movies. But apparently the director, James Mangold, is saying that's not true. It's not true. Rumors regarding Indiana Jones being replaced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character in the upcoming film go back to June of 2021, when YouTuber Overlord DVD reported that 2 endings are supposedly being considered in the script. I guess they've been written and they are going to shoot both of them. Both endings allegedly have old Indiana Jones dying at the end of the movie. But in one of the rumored endings, young Indiana Jones dies alongside old Indiana Jones, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge swoops in like a vulture, picks the hat up, and takes his place moving forward. That's an oof, isn't it? Phoebe Waller-Bridge is being tipped to replace the veteran actor as a female version of the fictional professor of archaeology in the adventure movie franchise. Wow. You know, you could just make something new. You could make like an Indiana Jones type story where you just have a girl in the part. You don't have to rely on the prestige. Oh no, you do actually have to rely on the prestige. That's all you have. Fuck. God damn it. Also, why is my mic peaking? Is something wrong? Hold on. Mic. Recording. Test. Properties. No, I mean, I usually have it at like 50. This is pretty normal. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Yep. No one is taking over or replacing Indy or donning his hat, nor is he being erased through some contrivance. He never was, not in any cut or script. But trolls will troll. That's how they get their clicks. So, that's what he's saying, that, yeah, please don't exhaust me pointing out how once in a while a troll is right. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and then. All one has to do is look at set photos and interviews, and you get enough info to make wild guesses about a movie plot. Yeah. The difference between trolling assholes and everyone else is they're trying to make money off your feelings about other films and culture war politics. They push controversial guesses as coming from sources to gin up clicks. Let it go. Well, there you go. Apparently, guys, it's not happening. Apparently, guys, it's just not happening. That's what they're saying. It's not happening. Testing. Okay. Schools' transgender policy trumped teachers' religious rights, U.S. court rules. An Indiana high school did not break the law by allegedly forcing a music teacher to quit after he refused on religious grounds to use transgender students' preferred names, a U.S. appeals court ruled on Friday. The rights of the teacher, John Kluge, to exercise his religious beliefs. Oh, God. Those of you who know esoteric Nazi propaganda will laugh at the name Kluge. Anyway, the rights of the teacher, John Kluge, to exercise his religious beliefs were outweighed by the potential disruption that his conduct could have on the learning environment at Brownsburg High School in the Indianapolis suburbs. Okay. Kluge said his Christian religious beliefs barred him from complying with a school policy requiring faculty to use students' preferred names and pronouns. The school initially allowed Kluge to call students by their last names, but reneged after receiving complaints from students and faculty, according to court filings. He said he resigned in 2018 after being told he would be fired. Kluge sued the school district in 2019, accusing it of violating a federal law that prohibits workplace discrimination based on religion. He was seeking to get his job back and unspecified money damages. So, when I think of this story, I think of that one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, where Picard is giving Worf a dressing down, and Picard says, "Listen, there's many different species who serve in Starfleet and on the Enterprise, and I respect all of them. But if your cultural obligations come into conflict with your duties as a Starfleet officer, then maybe you should not be in the service." Which is completely reasonable. And that's what's happening here. If the teacher has some sort of other obligations that mean that he can't do the job as required, then he can't have that job. That is just how it is, you know? That is just how it is. Oh, coffee is so good. So, it does suck that they couldn't come to some sort of a... Like, I actually think that the last names, like, just say Mr. or Mrs. whoever, probably a reasonable compromise, right? But didn't work out. Oh, well. Yeah, Worf still killed the guy, and he wasn't fired from Starfleet. Yes, Infirmier Death. That was actually considered to be a problem. That was considered to be a problem, dude. Hadn't realized using someone's preferred name was a requirement for educating. Actually, it kind of is. Like, there's just... if you're teaching someone, they have to trust you. And if they don't trust you, they're not going to bother listening to anything you say. That's part of being a teacher. So yeah, that does end up being part of it. You let soldiers not carry guns if their religion says they can't kill? Well, no, you put them in non-combat roles. Let's continue. Canada moves to mandate electric vehicle sales starting in 2026. So, this is an even dumber thing to do in Canada than it would be in the United States, because Canada is much more rural than I know there's like lots of flyover country in America. I understand. Canada is like 10 times that, all right? It is ridiculous how much of our population is concentrated in like Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary. It's ridiculous. 1/5 of all passenger cars, SUVs, and trucks sold in Canada in 2026 will need to run on electricity under new regulations. Re-fucking-diculous. By 2030, the mandate will hit 60% of all sales, and by 2035, every passenger vehicle sold in Canada will need to be electric. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. The new target is about making sure Canadians have access to the vehicles they want. What if they want a gas-powered vehicle, you fuck? Manufacturers or importers who don't meet the sales targets could face penalties under the Canadian Environmental Protection Act through a phased-in approach. Canada still has a long way to go before approaching the first target in 2026. Yeah, this is stupid. This is very stupid. Like, for so much of Canada's population is just living rural. Yeah, we got like those cities that I mentioned where people are concentrated, but then like the rest of the population just lives in the fucking bush, all right? I'm 5 minutes away from a forest. And you can't just like build out a power grid the same way that you could in the United States. It's not the same way. $5, Mr. Personality. It's like the teacher, Devo. If you don't like it, don't drive. The difference is, this is talking about an entire market. All right? No one's saying to the teacher, hey, if you don't like it, you just can't ever work again. It's like, no, 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 no. It's fine for individual slices of the economy to have their own regulations and their own ideas on how things should work. For example, I'm never going to put in any sort of weird policies like that in my company. So, but like when it comes to an entire industry like this, suddenly it's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, Apache, $2, Tomb Raider. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that Tomb Raider stuff. Okay. I mean, they're saying you can't ever work it. No, no. Oh my god, I just saw 3 people give the same wrong take. No, no. Listen, if you can't be a teacher in a public school again, but there are many other jobs you can do. It's the same thing with like, oh shit, you don't want to get your measles vaccine even though you want to be a nurse. Well, guess what? You can't be a nurse. It is fine to have barriers to entry for certain industries and for certain jobs. You just can't do it for the entire job market. It's simple as that. That makes complete sense. It's like, oh shit, dude, you don't have an arm. You lost an arm in an accident, and this job requires you to have 2 arms. Sorry, you can't do it. Well, you're being a fucking bigot. It's like, well, that's just how it is, man. Like, fuck. Find a different job. Carlos for $5. Let's solve traffic and climate, then build trains. No, it's not high tech enough. We can't grift off the trains. Oh. Mm. Coffee's all done, unfortunately. But no, listen, it is completely fine to gatekeep certain professions with certain minimum standards. That's completely fine. If you don't agree, you're just wrong, okay? It's completely fine. But this is not gatekeeping a profession. This is forcing an entire market to only have one product. Those are 2 different things, all right? 2 very different things. Hold on. Sorry, sir, you can't be a nurse despite you studying it for 6 years. Yeah, sounds like you should have got your measles shot. That was your dumb move to study for 6 years and not get a measles shot. Sounds like you're a retard. Oh yeah. Video captures man rollerblading on Lincoln Alexander Parkway in Hamilton. Traffic was a little slow moving on the Lincoln Alexander Parkway in Hamilton on Sunday, but for once, gridlock wasn't to blame. Instead, the culprit was a lone man. Let's zoom in here. A lone man on rollerblades traveling along the 90-kilometer-per-hour highway with 2 police vehicles in pursuit. Why? I guess this is the solution. If you rollerblade down the highway if you don't have a car anymore. Jesus. Okay, let's see this shit. Yep. He's just going. Dude, he's Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, so I have to ask, why are you rollerblading down the highway? I guess the reason the cops are there because he's in the middle of the highway, right? But you could just be on the side; it'd be fine. Jet Set Radio. Yep, I guess this is just a thing. Oh, someone asked me about the Thug Shaker Central. I was on Arch's stream yesterday talking about that. I was on Arch's stream. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I have to do something. Let me go over to Arch's channel. The Archcast. Okay, yeah, here it is. Here it is, Arch. I gotta add it to my other appearances playlist. The cost of a rollerblading ticket is less than gas. Fuck. Georgia fugitive gets himself arrested after commenting on the most wanted post. Oh my god. This is a big oops. A Georgia man assisted law enforcement in his arrest after he commented on the Rockdale County Sheriff Office Facebook page. When the Sheriff Department, located east of Atlanta, released their most wanted list for November, Christopher Spaulding appeared offended by the omission. "How about me?" Spaulding asked through his personal Facebook account. The department was happy to reply on Thursday, saying, "You are correct. You have 2 warrants. We are on the way." Later on Thursday, Rockdale police shared an update to the bizarre exchange. Spaulding, wearing a red Georgia Bulldogs hoodie and hat, was apprehended and handcuffed. The 40-year-old had 2 warrants for felony violation of probation. See? How about... Here's the most wanted list. How about me? Whoa! How fucking stupid! "We appreciate you for your assistance in your capture," the department said in the post. Wow. Our top 10 list is compiled based off of the severity of the charges only. By not being on this list does not mean our fugitive unit is not looking for you if you have an active warrant. Fuck. Wow. Blockbuster Video website update stokes speculation that a comeback may happen. Guys, Blockbuster Video is returning. Okay, shut up, Fox News. Okay. Updates to the Blockbuster Video website has fueled speculation among the movie rental chain's fans about a potential comeback. According to the Internet Archive, the website was initially updated in late July 2022 to feature the Blockbuster logo and a message that said, "We are working on rewinding your movie." It also included a pop-up GIF of actor Wayne Knight. An update to the page in August featured a GIF of John Travolta from Pulp Fiction superimposed over an aisle of movie rentals at Blockbuster. The latest update to the Blockbuster website features the brand's logo and a message stating, "Please be kind while we rewind." Prior to the updates, the Blockbuster website featured a promotional page that explained how customers can make it a Blockbuster night and get the Blockbuster experience by signing up for Dish Network and getting access to new releases. Wow. This is the last Blockbuster left standing. That's right. Okay, this is just the history of Blockbuster. Yeah. Shuttled by Netflix. Got it. Yep. Okay. As Blockbuster fans realized the chain's website had been updated, some took to social media to express their nostalgic excitement about a potential comeback by the brand. Dude, what if Blockbuster comes back? Oh my god. I miss this kind of stuff, dude. I really do. Blockbuster website is hinting at going back in business. Some of my favorite childhood memories were going to Blockbuster on a Friday night. Okay, if someone just bought the Blockbuster brand to just make like a Netflix clone, I would be very sad. That'd be a very quick another failure. You know what I mean? New business idea. We're going to come back as a bank and use VHSs and DVDs as currency. Time to go visit your mom. Wow. Anyone still have like parents with an old DVD collection or a CD collection sitting back at your old hometown? I know my parents still have a lot of that shit. In fact, there's actually a corner store in my hometown that still rents movies. It still rents DVDs if you want to watch them. $20 from Highly Juggalo. Thank you. L Take. Oh, The music teacher issue is about speech, not job performance. Just like the bakery issue, free speech protects you from being made to speak. Right to remain silent. Your logic leads to boot on neck pronouns guy. Okay, the issue ultimately is though, is that the parent teacher relation, not parent, the teacher student relationship is not just your average relationship between two strangers. All right, and you can't have teachers and students treating each other as if they were just two strangers that have no responsibility to each other. They do have a certain responsibility to each other. That's what makes that's what makes teaching happen. And on some level, if you're not going to treat people with respect, then that relationship's not going to work. So yes, it is reasonable. I disagree with you. Arkian, $2. Arkian, did your Twitter get banned? Even felons get fear of missing out, Dev. Stop being so aggressive. Thanks for the super chats, man. Let's continue on. Brazil's top female gamer is a trans-identified male, now accused of sexting with a minor. Jesus Christ. A professional League of Legends player in Brazil has stepped down from his. Of course, this article is going to just say his the whole time. I assume this is like a this is like a radfem website Redux. Professional League of Legends player in Brazil has stepped down from his esports association following allegations he was sexually predatory towards a minor. On December 14th, Alessandro Ribeiro announced he was resigning from Brazilian esports organization Pain Gaming Female. Well, he's not a female. Like, I understand the whole woman social role thing, but he's not a female because even if you can change gender, you can't change sex. Anyway, Ribeiro, better known by his gaming handle Flower Gardens, has been awarded the MVP female gamer by League of Legends Sports Brazil earlier this month. Ribeiro's resignation was tendered following the leak of Discord chat logs showing he had been sending intimate messages to a 14-year-old. Oh my god! Screenshots of the conversations between Ribeiro, 21, and the victim were posted to Twitter, in which he is seen telling the child he could use her all night, that he would tie her up and play with her little body part by part. Jesus Christ! Jesus. Disturbingly, Ribeiro reportedly requested the child call him Daddy, despite identifying publicly as a woman and participating in women's esports divisions. After the messages were leaked, internet sleuths quickly uncovered private Twitter accounts belonging to Ribeiro, which prominently featured and shared animated child pornography. Of course, so this is, oh god, it's going to be the lolly thing, okay. The images, drawn in a Japanese cartoon style, were primarily graphic depictions of little girls being penetrated by grotesquely large male genitalia. Shortly after the screenshots began circulating on Brazilian social media, Ribeiro addressed the accusations from his Twitter and announced he was going to resign from Pain Gaming in order to spare his teammates damage to their reputations. Yep, and there it is. In his short thread, Ribeiro did not deny he had been in sexual contact with the 14-year-old, but instead deferred to Brazilian laws, claiming a crime didn't happen. The age of consent in Brazil is 14 years old, with no restrictions on sexual activity or age of partner. Ribeiro said the screenshots of his conversations with the minor were shared without consent and in bad faith, as an attempt to support a stereotype that often links pedophilia to the trans community. He also complained about people questioning his gender identity, likely in reference to him having asked the child to call him Daddy. Listen. I'm all for respecting people's gender identity, all right? I know that Lilith is male, obviously, but I still say she, because Lilith is a nice person and she's my friend. I don't believe that her genitalia or something has magically changed, but she's a nice person. However, if Lilith was going around talking to 14-year-olds, demanding they call her Daddy, I don't know. I think I might not call Lilith a she anymore. I think that might throw things into fucking question, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh. Ribeiro suggested he was going to take legal action against those making transphobic comments about him in the wake of the leaks. Oh no, on the internet you've said something. Communicating through a third party on Twitter, the minor victim has said she is not pursuing criminal charges against Ribeiro due to concerns for her family, and has said that she has no emotional capacity to process this incident at the present time. Screenshots of the victim's conversations with Ribeiro were initially uploaded to social media with her consent, but she has since asked for some of the more graphic conversations feeling highly sexual content to be removed for her own well-being. Damn. What a piece of shit. Ribeiro was one of 3 nominees selected for the Premio Esports Brazil 2022 Breakthrough Female Athlete Award. Of the 3 selected, only 1 was a woman. Where's the female players? One user asked beneath League of Legends Esports Brazil announcement. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. This reminds me of something that I gotta show you guys. Okay. Okay. Let me get my headphones on. I'll turn on the speakers. Okay. You guys gotta see this. This is a TikTok I saw a little while ago. Okay. People watching the women's NBA in 2030.
What are they?
They were once men.
That's so funny. Oh my fucking god. Dude, it's so... Jesus. It's so fucking funny, dude. Oh, gee. Oh. Fuck. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. All right. Twitter pulls checkmark from the main New York Times account. Twitter has Twitter has removed the verification checkmark on the main account of the New York Times, one of CEO Elon Musk's most despised news organizations. The removal comes as many of Twitter's high-profile users are bracing for the loss of the blue checkmarks that helped verify their identity and distinguish them from imposters in the social media platform. Musk, who owns Twitter, set a deadline of Saturday for verified users to buy a premium Twitter subscription or lose the checks on their profiles. The Times said in a story Thursday it would not pay Twitter for the verification of its institutional accounts. Early Sunday, Musk tweeted that the Times checkmark would be removed. Later, he posted disparaging remarks about the newspaper, which has aggressively reported on Twitter and on flaws with partially automated driving systems at Tesla. Okay, so yeah, they don't want to pay. They're losing their check marks. They're reading about it. Here's the issue. I recall, we're talking like 10 years ago now, when the check mark was just for notable people. All right? If you were at risk of being impersonated because you were a public figure, you got a check mark. And then they de-checkmarked Milo Yiannopoulos. And Milo, however you feel about him, is a notable public figure. So they should not have done that to him. But they did it because they didn't agree with his politics. And they outright said, we're breaking our own rules. We don't agree with your politics. As soon as they did that, as soon as they broke their own standard, and they made an exception to their own standard, the standard was gone, and then the floodgates opened. So, and that basically paved the path to where we are now, where Elon's like, well, I'm just going to take it away from you arbitrarily, because now it's just about if you can pay for it. So, yeah. You reap what you sow, leftoids. And that's how it is. Yeah. Check marks should literally just be verification text that you are who you say you are. That's it. Afghan refugee brought to the U.S. by Biden. I'm sure Biden didn't sign the order personally, but who knows. Has been deported after sexually abusing a 3-year-old girl. Jesus Christ. You know what? Let's read the original from Breitbart. Since not the B is great, but they have like more of a slant. Yep. Over the last 2 years, the Biden administration has resettled more than 86,000 Afghans across American communities who fled Afghanistan following the withdrawal of U.S. armed forces. Tariq Mohammed Intizar, a 25-year-old Afghan refugee, was resettled in the U.S. by the Biden administration after arriving in Dulles International Airport in Virginia. Earlier this year, Intizar was convicted. Jesus. Earlier this year, Intizar was convicted of abusive sexual contact with a 3-year-old girl in Virginia and was sentenced in April to more than 12 months in a federal prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Jesus Christ. Intizar was imprisoned at a federal prison when the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Agency placed a detainer on him, requesting custody of him for arrest and deportation. Since July, Intizar has been in deportation proceedings and was ordered deported by a federal immigration judge in September. Intizar waived his right to appeal the decision. Though Afghanistan refused to accept Intizar, ICE agents deported the Afghan refugee to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Intizar's case comes as a number of Afghan refugees brought by the U.S. by the Biden administration are pending criminal charges. Months ago, an Afghan refugee was charged with violently attacking and sexually assaulting a 12-year-old boy in New Mexico. Last year, an Afghan refugee was charged with sexually abusing a 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy on a U.S. military base in Wisconsin, while another was charged with violently beating and strangling his wife on the same base. Damn. As always, these sort of things, they shine spotlights on the bad apples, but like you're not going to hear about the refugees that aren't doing any of this shit, right? But of course, deport them, fuck them. Rumored Persona 3 remake and Jet Set Radio reboot sure look real. Dude, that's awesome. I love Persona 3. Persona 3 has the best girl, Chie. A brief bit of leaked footage now circulating the internet shows what appears to be our first glimpse at a long-rumored Persona 3 remake and the Jet Set Radio reboot. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on. Is this... Let's go see it. Is this it? Oh, the account's been taken down. Oh. Maybe it's actually true. Usually people get in trouble for leaking things like this. Let's see. The source originates from an internal Sega meeting held in... Oh, she is in Persona 4? Oh, no! Fuck, I thought it was in 3. I haven't played it in so long, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway. The original source of the footage is impossible to verify right now, but it seems to come from a Sega meeting held in 2021. The footage shows a montage of games, including the then unreleased Sonic Frontiers. More importantly, we see a brief battle scene featuring Yukari Takeba, one of the party members in Persona 3, summoning her persona and firing a bow at an enemy. The footage is similar in fidelity and style to Persona 5. A Persona 3 remake has been in development at Atlus for several years. Oh my god, dude. This is going to be awesome. The Jet Set Radio footage simply shows series protagonist Beat dancing in front of some police cars painted with graffiti. Word of a Jet Set Radio reboot had previously come our way too, with reports last year that Sega was working on a super game initiative that would see classic series like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio turn into Fortnite competitors. Please don't turn them into Fortnite competitors. But those games are good. I hope this is true. Oh yeah, this shit. So this drama with Mizkif happened like back in like August of last year, where there was some sort of weird sexual assault allegations. The article will tell you all about it. But basically, Mizkif stepped down from his own company and hired an internal auditing team to comb over the company to determine if anything actually happened. And surprise, surprise, the auditing team hired by him has declared he has done nothing wrong. Let's see. Mizkif has been found not guilty of allegedly covering up sexual assault, according to a recent update from OTK. Back in September of 2022, during a spat with Twitch star Trainwreck, it was alleged that Mizkif had helped cover up a sexual assault incident between streamers Crazy Slick and Adriana Lee. Mizkif issued a statement days later as OTK placed him on leave from the organization pending a third-party investigation. OTK has issued an update to the investigation, revealing that he has been found not guilty, but will not be returning to his seat on the board of directors at this time. Oh my god. Who could have seen it coming? They revealed that the name of the law firm they had retained on September 20th and that it was granted for free rein to gather all relevant facts and witnesses surrounding the situation. According to Jackson Walker's investigation, Investigations Council did not find direct evidence that Mizkif attempted to minimize or cover up sexual assault as alleged. Oh. Let's read it. On September 20th, OTK began the process of contracting a third-party law firm to investigate the content allegations made against one of our founding members, Mizkif. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, guess what? I guess he's not guilty, guys. I guess everything's A-okay. Nintendo wants to subpoena Discord to find out who leaked the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom art book. Nintendo has applied for a subpoena that would force Discord to reveal who leaked the art book for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In February, with the game still some 3 months away from release at the time, someone posted images on Reddit under the username JustJulianOffic and on Discord as Julian2743, claiming that a friend had sent them an interesting look at the art. Let's see the Reddit. Is this... Where's the pictures? God damn it. Where's the pictures? Oh, others still remain. Okay, hold on. Deleted. God damn it. I wanted to see him. Okay. So, the art book will be included with the collector's edition of the game, and according to the user, is a little over 200 pages in length. Those images appear to have been legitimate, and now Nintendo is attempting to find out who Julian is so they can take legal action. Nintendo filed an application for a DMCA subpoena in a district court in California. The application, if granted, would order Discord to disclose the identity, including the names, addresses, telephone numbers, and email addresses of the user Julian2743, who is responsible for posting infringing content that appeared on the Discord channel in question. While the user's original post has since been removed by Reddit moderators, the deleted images were quickly circulated on social media and other forums. The images showed a concept art of Link and other characters in the game, including some new faces, as well as artwork of some new enemies and locations. Wow. I unironically can't fucking wait for this game. It looks really good. I'm going to... Listen. If I know only some of you watch the gaming stream, alright? You fucking be here on... What is it? When does it fucking come out? May 12th. That's in like a month. You make sure you're here. I'm going to stream this game for like 24 fucking hours. And finally, the thumbnail of today. Gun-toting trans activist fired from job with the Colorado Forest Service following viral video. I'm sure you've all seen the video. A trans-identified male who brandished a gun on social media and caused outrage following a school massacre in Nashville, Tennessee, has been fired from his job with the federal government. Yep, this is another article by Redux. They always call trans women he's. Is just how they roll. On March 29th, transgender Twitter user Kyla Denker went viral after posting a short video showing him. See, here's the thing. I would call this one a she. Like a manly looking girl, but still feminine, you know? My rule for pronouns is whatever my intuition tells me at first glance. If I look and I see girl, I say she. If I look and I see guy, I say he. That's how it is. And I apply that standard to everyone. So if you are a particularly masculine cis woman, I'm sorry. But that's how it is. Anyway. Kyla Denker went viral after posting a short video showing himself holding an assault rifle and posing with it menacingly. The clip, which was initially uploaded earlier in the month, was captioned, "While advocating for trans people to arm ourselves is not any kind of solution to the genocide we're facing. I do want to say that if any of you transphobes do try to come for me, I am taking a few of you with me." Denker's video began circulating widely just days after a horrific mass shooting at the Covenant School, a private Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. The shooting, perpetrated by a female who identified as transgender, left 6 people dead. Yep, okay. Despite the fact that non-transgender people had been targeted in the massacre, many trans activists took to social media to complain that the shooting was going to result in an uptick in violence against trans people. As a result, many activists called for the arming of trans people, claiming they were facing an impending genocide. Yeah. So, I laughed at this on my stream on this topic because we finally found a way to get the rightoids on board with restricting the Second Amendment. If you identify as transgender and or are undergoing hormone therapy, you should not be allowed to legally purchase a firearm. There we go. We finally have the rightoid exception to the Second Amendment. But yeah, this is just all the history, right? But yeah, this video went viral of somebody who was like, "Listen, you want to come kill me? I've got guns, baby." And then, is it at the bottom? It's at the bottom? Yeah, here it is. "I've been fired from my job with the Forest Service because of the lies published by the Daily Mail, Newsweek, and other right-wing tabloids. But more poignantly, I was fired by the Biden administration for being a trans woman that owns a gun." See the whole thing. And when I say the Biden administration, I literally mean that. My boss just called me crying to tell me he did everything he could to stop this outcome, but the call to fire me came directly from Washington. So somebody fairly high in the Department of Agriculture fired me. I guess when Biden told us, "I've got your back," he meant he was going to stick a knife in it. Oh, is this the... Here it is. Okay. The notice of termination during probationary period. Okay, hold on. You can be fired for any reason during a probationary period. You should wait till you have job security before you do dumb shit like this, you fucking moron. Okay. All right. Effective October 23rd, 2022, you were appointed to a career conditional appointment as an archaeologist trainee with the requirement to complete a 1-year probationary period. This letter is to inform you you're being terminated from your appointment and from federal service. Okay. A member of the public identified as Kelly Bowen. Is that the person up here? Nope, that's someone else. Kingsley Cortez. Okay. Contacted management about the concern that you, as an employee of the Forest Service, were advocating violence. They identified in a post online that you were employed with the Forest Service in Denver, Colorado. Racking a gun with a text. Okay. Your Twitter post was under the account name of Pinko Scum. All right. Archaeologist for the Forest Service in Colorado. Okay. Your social media activity generated media attention from Newsweek and Daily Mail. District Ranger, hold on March 29th, 2023, a district ranger called you after he viewed the dailymail.com article. You indicated that you previously posted the video, but that it was not supposed to be shared and it was taken out of context. On March 31st, 2023, you further explained the video was posted on March 5th and had nothing to do with any movement or day of vengeance. Instead, you said you made the video because you were receiving death threats and you were trying to discourage people from acting on those threats. You explained that you were not threatening to shoot anyone. I find your post inappropriate because it included you with a gun and implying you would use it under a certain circumstance. While I understand that you made this in response to death threats, this type of post is not appropriate under any circumstance. More aggravating, you are identified as a Forest Service employee, and this does not demonstrate the elevated ethical standards you are required to adhere to as a federal employee. The probationary period provides agencies with a time frame to continue its examination of new federal employees and to determine if they are suitable for continued government service. Your misconduct, as described above, is not compatible with the Forest Service's mission. And I have decided your termination is necessary to promote the efficiency of the service. Okay. Okay. So, it is not because you are trans and owning a gun. It is because you made a TikTok threatening people. That's why. It's got nothing to do with you being trans. It's got nothing to do with you being trans. Yeah, not intended to be shared as you posted on social media. Here's the thing, like, there's this attitude among Zoomers I've noticed. It's like kind of common among millennials, but it's really common among Zoomers that the internet is like is simultaneously private and public. Like you have your own little sphere. If you're like a small account without any presence, you have your own little sphere of the internet, right? You have a tiny TikTok, you have a tiny Twitter, you know, maybe you have a tiny YouTube that like gets no traction. You're just posting things for your friends, and if something from your tiny sphere goes viral on the main internet, that's when you're like, oh my god, I gotta lock down my account. Oh my god, oh no, everyone they saw. Oh no, and there's this implicit expectation that if you go viral for a dumb take and it breaks out of your tiny sphere, it's not your fault because it was meant to be private. And by private, what you mean is publicly accessible, but only viewed by your friends because no one follows you. It's a stupid fucking way to look at the internet, but that is how they look at the internet, and that's why that's why they almost always react with the idea that they are victims when their own words go viral. You know, that's what underlies a lot of the complaints about libs of TikTok, because libs of TikTok, even though she's extremely partisan, she tends not to post things that are blatantly false. And all she does is, well, no, hold on. She's changed. Now she adds a lot of commentary. But before, all she used to do was simply repost people's own words and shine a spotlight on them. $10 from adherent of Lady Columbia. I want to have a partner without kids. I'm growing sour to the right's overreach on all single parents being gold diggers or fundamentally broken. Most did screw up, but some are good and lost partners. I know what you mean. Yeah. Like, there are single parents who didn't want to be single parents, but they are. But thank you for the $10, though. Very appreciated. Hey, if you're a single parent, don't give me too much money. I want you to take care of your kids. V's Flat Desk Pepsi. Thanks for $2, man. Video of you and Arch doing the thug shaker when. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude. After laughing so much, my throat is fucked. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, there's this acceptance that they should be able to just walk through the world existing in a constant safe space, and it's like, that's not how things work. That ain't how things work, all right? Your safe space is your home. It is not the wider public. As always, there is the P.O. box. Mail me your package. I'll open it on the stream. Support the channel if you like. I've appreciated all the super chats today. Get yourself into the D Club in my Discord. You can do Patreon Subscribe Star, YouTube memberships, or the twitch.tv/shortfatotaku sub button. You have an Amazon Prime sub, comes with your Amazon Prime account. Might as well toss it my way. Jesus. Okay. So, anyway, I do have to go in a couple minutes, chat. I just want you to know that I appreciate all of your support, but also that those of you who complained about me giving that take earlier in the stream, you're wrong. It's okay. I still love you, but I'm correct on this. It is reasonable to put in some restrictions on some industries such that if you can't abide by those restrictions, you can't work in those industries. We do it all the time. Completely reasonable standard. The only reason you're complaining right now is because it involves telling a teacher, hey, if you have a student that is transitioned, you can't just call them he and call them by the name they abandoned. All right? Simple as that. Which makes complete sense to me. In fact, like if it were a non-transition reason, you wouldn't even argue me. Like here, imagine this scenario, okay? Imagine a child who is abused by their parents and then is like rehomed into a different house and then has their name changed. They're like, you know what? I want to have a name change. I just want to cut past with my old life. They're living like a foster home now. They change their name. It would be completely inappropriate in that instance, for a teacher to call them by their old name. Obviously, right? Like, obviously. So on some level, it's not the teacher's responsibility to push any type of politics, whether it's progressive politics, whether it's reactionary politics, whether it's anything in between. It's not the teacher's point of view. It's not the teacher's place to do that. It is the teacher's place to teach the students. And teaching requires trust. And trust requires that you not be a dick to them. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. So yeah. You're taking your desire to protect trans friends and working backwards from there, Dev. No, I'm not. And you know that I'm not. How many times have I argued with Lilith when I think she's wrong? All right? Like, I've been thinking a lot about the whole trans women are women thing. I don't think that's true anymore. Like, I understand their logic. It's like, it's okay logic, but like, it makes much more sense that trans women are their own thing, because there's just, if we're gonna like have a meta class of women and then two subclasses part of the meta class called trans women and cis women, they have to have some overlapping quality that they share. But that quality doesn't exist. It's not biology. It's not social role. It's not how they were raised. It's not how they look. It's not medical needs. It's not reproductive capability. Like, there's no overlapping quality that they both share. At the same time, trans women also clearly aren't men, because they're also missing some fundamental some fundamental men qualities as well. So it seems reasonable that trans women are just their own thing. And Lilith and I have had some serious arguments about that topic. But that's okay, because we disagree, and we can still be friends. And no, I am not simply, I'm not simply being led around by the nose because I'm compassionate, or because I have trans friends and they're influencing me. No. These are opinions that I come to of my own accord. And if I have trans friends who would stop being my friend because I disagree with them on some political issue, then they are shitty friends, regardless of whether or not they're trans. All right? Well, listen, the issue isn't the name change. It's also trying to force others to call an apple an orange, and that's compelled speech. Here, okay, guess what? Well, listen. In some situations, regarding some jobs and some relationships, compelled speech is actually fine. All right? And that is, so for example, if you are visiting a doctor, should the doctor have some sort of moral and legal obligation to tell you about a potential treatment path that is otherwise considered to be, let's say, safe or normal, but he personally doesn't like it? Yes, obviously. That's how you inform the patient, right? So it seems to be the case that if part of the job is you must say X, that is compelled speech, but you can also not work that job. All right? It's like, It's such a it's so dumb. Like, dude, what if you're a salesperson? I don't feel like talking to customers today. Well, it's part of your job. That's compelled speech, man. No, no. You know what? If the job is speaking something, well then you got to speak it or you lose your job. Like, fuck, Jesus. Anyway, I gotta go. I am 5 minutes late. I gotta go. I gotta take off. Listen, guys, you are all the best. Even when I disagree with you, I like the fact that we can have like rowdy discussions like this. Who are we going to raid? Let's go raid Arch. Let's go raid the Archcast, guys. Everyone, get your coffee cups ready. Make sure to sip at him, okay? Coffee, 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 okay? I will see you guys next time, okay? You know what? I'll be back tomorrow probably with more Hogwarts. If you know what, if we don't start liking Hogwarts, we're just gonna stop playing that game. It's not that fun. But we'll be back tomorrow with at least one more Hogwarts stream, a new video. I'll see you then.